This is not a rash, this is parasites. Eczema is not a skin issue, this is parasites. Spots on the back of your arms, this is parasites. Diarrhea is also parasites. Parasites are microorganisms which feed off the food inside of your body. They thrive in an acidic-based environment and feed off the waste acidic foods in the body. If you are craving sugar and bread, this is not you. This is the parasites sending signals to your brain to influence your behavior. Parasites can alter neurotransmitter levels or produce molecules that mimic those produced by the host's body, affecting the host's behavior ways that benefit the parasite's survival and reproduction. To get rid of your body's issues, you need to eliminate these parasites. To eliminate the parasite, you have to stop feeding the parasite, and they feed off acidic foods like meat, dairy, sugar, and all rubbish foods. You have to go on a plant-based diet for at least a month to eliminate their food source. Key limes, cayenne pepper, and papaya seeds can create a parasite killer drink. You have to take this every day to eliminate these parasites. I do need to warn you that when you do this parasite cleanse, they will exit your body through your bowel movement, or in a severe case through sick or coming through your mouth. Once they are out your body, they are gone for good. You just need to maintain a healthy diet.
So somebody spotted a hologram-like humanoid creature floating in the middle of the sky. Look at this right here. So everybody know the rumors or the stories about Project BB, right? Well, what is this? That's an arm, that's a head, them is two legs. This is a glowing man or a glowing humanoid creature in the middle of the sky. I have so many questions on what's going on here. No, seriously, like, what are we looking at, gang? Like, is this a superhuman? Is this somebody that's just...
It almost looked like a dude on the moon in one of those spacesuits a little bit. I don't know, I could be tripping.
Floating in the middle of the sky? Or could this potentially, like I said, be Project BB? Blue Beam. What is this?
I had one explanation, and that's Project BB. If that ain't CGI, that's definitely some sort of projection in the sky.
Don't let the people in the media lie to you and tell you that this war right now is about money, it's about oil, it's about right or wrong. No, that's not true. What's taking place right now is all about Stargates. Do you believe in Stargates? Do you believe that people got technology where they can time travel and go into the future? Time traveling is just not about going into the future, it's also going into the past. They can also stop what's happening right now. They can pause our reality, but they say, hey, it's a glitch in the matrix. Ever wonder how these directors and these producers of this goofy ass cartoon can predict the future? They are not doing nothing special at all. They just had Stargates where they can travel into the future and get updates. If you want to get a better idea of how this stuff really works, check out the movie Deja Vu. They've been using this technology called the Looking Glass for a long time. Do it feel like time is moving fast? Do it feel like time is moving slow? Shit, do it feel like time is not moving at all? Remember, they got technology where they can pause our reality. This shit is like a real Hollywood movie. Name of our reality is Star Wars. This was not a movie. This is really reality. Not just any reality, but our reality. Remember, we are star seeds, but there are two different kind of star seeds. You have star seeds that come from the stars, and you have other star seeds that was planted here. That's why they call it seeds. You can plant seeds into this planet, and they will grow as stars, but other people are already stars. All you have to do is pay attention to the way the stars shape. You got the head, you got the arm, you got the arm, you got the leg, and you got the leg. We are really stars. We are all stars, and stars have infinite power. Did you know that some stars can actually be purchased? Yes, there are some people on this planet that actually buy stars. Anytime they buy a star, they are buying you. Hollywood tried to tell you what's really going on. That's why they get these Hollywood stars contracts. They actually purchase these people. But it's a higher market going on in the universe where they are buying stars. How the hell can you buy a star? Remember, we are in Star Wars. This was not a movie. So this little thing going on right now with the countries They all going against each other. It's not about money. It's not about oil. It's not about wealth. The Stargate actually closed. So many people was mad nothing happened during the solar eclipse. Well, I should say things ain't happened the way people wanted it to happen, so they got all mad. But this solar eclipse actually closed stargates. The only way to keep a stargate open is by using the people energy on this planet. Remember, we are all stars. We can open different portals, but it have to be a collective agreement. So we agree on certain things, it will happen. If we disagree on certain things, it won't happen. Entities that set this whole show up, this whole system, they came from the dog star Sirius. The dog star. That's why dog and guy, guide and dog, and you get it. Same reason why they give soldiers dog tags. Shit is crazy. So they give these soldiers dog tags to do certain things because they're being used as a ritual. Once they get enough energy from the soldiers, it go back to Sirius. And people on this planet can use our energy to open a stargate to travel back to Sirius. The dog star. Sirius A, Sirius B, Sirius C. That's why Sirius is the brightest star in that night sky.
I hear a lot of talk about these stargates. If they're real, I wonder what's coming out of them. Because they do work both ways, right?
Hey, you're still an ice wall denier? Well, if you are, you better start paying attention because they've been putting it in plain sight for decades. You see, not only do they mock it in their mockumentary movies, but they've been putting it right under your nose in commercials for kids. Commercials that not only mock us for how dumb they think we are, but commercials that literally tell us how they are trying to numb us from caring about figuring it out. And by the way, they consider us the cavity creeps.
As evening approaches Toothopolis, so do the cavity creeps.
Oh no! Cavity creeps!
Hurry, the crest's up.
I mean, I just had to point this out. Come on.
Cavity creeps spotted!
And closing teeth. And closing teeth.
Crypto Florence camera puts on.
Not crest!
Yay! Crest!
Watch treats
See your dentist.
and fight the cavity creeps like the crest team.
Fight cavities with Crest!
It's funny, have you ever seen what happens to people who go too far south towards Antarctica? A Navy ship. Funny, kind of looks like a Navy ship or submarine to me. But they're not shooting bullets at us. They're shooting things to numb our brains. Actual neurotoxins. Now, I don't want to go too deep down the rabbit hole on that because I have before and they take my video down. But if you haven't researched that and how it can calcify the pineal gland and cause all sorts of terrible other things, go research it. And I'm not joking, guys. Go buy this. It's right here. It's no BS toothpaste. I've been using fluoride-free toothpaste for a year now, and all the stuff I've ever used is like charcoal and disgusting. This stuff is literally amazing. You open it up, it's like a little piece of gum. You chew on it for 3 seconds, and it turns everything into like toothpaste, and you brush it, and it lathers up. It's amazing. I literally used it for the first time this week. I would recommend this even if I wasn't making $1 on it. I also wanted to recommend this Epic water filter. I couldn't find any fluoride filtering pictures or anything on TikTok. So this is just a company that I use that I want you guys to go because no one should be drinking or using toothpaste with fluoride. Okay? I don't know. I could say it 1,000 times. Stop doing it. Stop doing it. I literally have felt smarter since I stopped using any products with fluoride in it. And I'm not saying this to make money. I'm saying this because I care about humans. Stop using fluoride. And I will leave you with this lovely view of the actual ice wall, filmed from the Navy in 1957. It exists. And go to flatearthdave.com or to the App Store and go get this app. I want to keep telling people because the more people that have this, the more they can say, hey, brother, sister, friend, look at this proof. And just, it's so easy. It's at your fingertips. Here's my code, FITFLAT. Oh, and you guys know I was just kidding. Fluoride's great for you. I use it every day. Yum, yum, yum. Fluoride. Only for entertainment purposes.
I personally believe that this is the closest depiction of what the Earth actually looks like. As we all know, or should know, we live in an enclosed system. Therefore, there is an ice wall surrounding this entire planetary system, in which we are in the middle of this enclosed system. And outer space is not real the way they described it and showed y'all. Outer space is not actually above us and out of this planetary system. Outer space would be this outer layer that is outside of our ice wall here in the middle. Extraterrestrials or aliens do not come from above outer space. Extraterrestrials come from beyond the ice wall, which are these extra outer pieces of land outside of our known ice wall. And as you can see, water connects all of these lands. That's because the ocean is the real outer space. This is why all ancient cultures depicted Earth with a dome with water above and water below the firmament. You're more likely to see a mermaid or some extraterrestrial creature in the ocean than you would to see something in the sky or outer space. And that's because most extraterrestrials are in the ocean and travel through the ocean. Leaving Earth and traveling throughout space is not real. You interdimensionally travel, and that is through the Earth or through the ocean. There's obviously a reason as to why all of the countries signed the Antarctic Treaty, and I personally believe Antarctica is where they test all of their high-powered destructive technology. Logically, it's the most safest place to do something like that away from the known lands. And I also personally believe that Antarctica is where they make deals with certain extraterrestrials for technology. So keep in mind that extraterrestrials come from beyond the ice wall and in the ocean. They told y'all to believe in space because it distracts from the fact that the real extraterrestrials are already here walking on this land. So the trick was to convince people that aliens are up outer space instead of around you, literally around you. You won't question if extraterrestrials are literally around you if they told you that they come from outer space. You'll be looking up instead of around you. By the way, the only reason we have advanced so much in technology is because they have made deals with extraterrestrials, exchanging resources for technology. So with all this being said, I personally believe that extraterrestrials have been here and the government is working with certain groups of these extraterrestrials for resources and technology.
When it comes to this ice wall, I believe it can be true because water do level out, so it do kind of make sense if we in a bowl more than on a globe. But all we can do is just listen to different people's testimonies and just assume, because none of us probably never been on Antarctica, and probably most of us don't even know nobody even stepped foot on Antarctica. But knowledge is power. If we don't know nothing, you can tell us anything.
Stop fighting.
This is why you never listen to intrusive thoughts.
Vean esto. ¡Qué fregonería! Encontramos lo que pensamos era un animal dormido. Y... quiero todas estas. Oh. Oh no, that fucking butterfly.
Yo, do you eat these? And we talking this brand right here. Drumsticks. Cookies and cream. Drumsticks not fully melting after almost 24 hours sitting out. Does anyone know what we're eating? Run that video, comment below. Has this ever happened to you?
What you're looking at here is the aftermath of a drumstick ice cream cone that has been sitting out for 22 hours now. I set this out yesterday at 6 or 7 p.m. and it's now 4:23 p.m. the next day. And this is the outcome. I mean, if you watch my previous video, you'll see how after about 2 hours, the ice cream didn't melt at all. So this is the outcome after almost 24 hours.
Oh, it's melted. it just turns to some kind of like foamy cream type substance. So I know exactly what he's talking about. But it definitely don't seem natural. It seemed like it was natural. It just melt right into liquid.
And just think, your kids are eating this. Heck, I was eating it, but I will not eat it any longer. I will never eat these again. Sorry, Drumstick.
I don't think they'd lie to us. That box says no artificial flavors, right?
What is the correlation between CERN, the carbon atom, and the devil? This is not as woo-woo and strange as you think it is. I'll break it down for you. So if we look at the CERN label, it is 3 6s combined together. Just look at it. 1 circle of a 6, 2 circle of a 6, 3 circle of a 6. Now this was not done by mistake because the carbon atom is made up of 6 neutrons, 6 electrons, and 6 protons. And last time I checked, we, as human beings and other animals as well, are carbon beings. This is because Earth has a surplus of carbon. We are made up of our environment. Now, if you read on CERN's mission, their mission is pretty clear. It literally says on their website, word for word, at CERN, our work helps to uncover what the universe is made of and how it works. Since we already know that all organic beings here are made up of carbon atoms, one of CERN's most probable missions is to see just how this atom came to be. How do you truly understand an atom? You kind of have to recreate what created it. Now, what does this have to do with the devil? Well, the ancients were very, very intelligent, and I'm pretty sure the ancients had technology similar to what we have right now. And they had a deep esoteric understanding of what reality really is. So this is just one example. It's not ancient, but it's pretty old. The tarot cards, the lovers, and the devil are ruled by the number 6. If you look at the top of the cards, they're both a number 6. This is why the Christians say, oh, 666 is an evil number. It's because it's connected to the devil. The number 666 is also connected to the lovers. We as carbon beings, humanity, we are dualistic in nature. The 666 represents our shadow and our light. And in tarot, the lovers is our light, the devil is our shadow. The lover talks about ascension, higher power, higher knowledge. The devil talks about hedonism, being bound by the material, karma. The people at CERN know exactly what they're doing because they have a statue of Shiva outside. And if you look into the esoteric meaning of Shiva, Shiva literally means to face one's shadow and to be the light, to transmute the shadow into being the light. Now, we've all heard about this prison matrix, right? This theory that the Earth is kind of like a prison. We live in the matrix. There are entities ruling over us that don't care about us. There is a possibility that CERN is trying to understand the shadow aspects of this realm, the duality of this realm, to help us ascend out of here. Or other people are theorizing that they're trying to create another Big Bang so we can repeat this cycle over and over again, creating another prison matrix. Now, because I'm very skeptical of the powers that be / were, I'm more siding on the fact that they might try to replicate the Big Bang to keep us trapped. So if this is the case and you want to ascend out of here, it is your personal responsibility to do your inner shadow work, to transmute it into light. Instead of ignoring your shadow and being like, oh no, love and light only, like the shadow doesn't exist, evil doesn't exist. Recognize that yes, it does. It all resides within us. And the first and only way to transmute things is to accept it and then transform it. The true key to ascension is acceptance and then seeing where that leads you. Because only through accepting can you evolve. Now, I bet you're curious about this matrix and this prison system and the aliens that rule us. If you want to learn more about all of these topics, quantum physics, what the dimensions are, how we got trapped in this matrix.
Morbid Facts, Part 235. At his 2011 celebrity Halloween party, Neil Patrick Harris brought out a cake resembling the mangled corpse of Amy Winehouse. The image is so graphic that I can't even show it, but it depicts a highly detailed rotting human head with a label attached saying the corpse of Amy Winehouse. This drew a ton of backlash, especially considering Winehouse had just died from alcohol poisoning 3 months before the party. but Neil has yet to comment on why such a gruesome cake was served. Before ever committing a murder, serial killer Ted Bundy actually did some good for society. He once saved a toddler from drowning, chased down and apprehended a purse snatcher, worked at a suicide hotline, and was appointed assistant director at Seattle's crime prevention.
Look, hey, he might have murdered 100 people, but look, he volunteered for Habitat for Humane. He gave $2 to the homeless.
Commission. The day of April 15th has a long list of tragedies that have occurred throughout the world. Abraham Lincoln's assassination, the sinking of the Titanic, the Boston Marathon bombing, the Hillsborough disaster, and the Notre Dame Cathedral fire all occurred on April 15th.
Why the hell did people used to wear this suit? This is crazy and you won't believe the actual reason. It was used back in the 1800s, but not for what you may think. Now, it looks like some kind of crazy elaborate torture method that they would have used, because yeah, we've seen some of those and they're not pleasant. It's a terrifying looking suit, covered in spikes from head to toe with this creepy looking mask straight out of a horror film. But was it used for torture? To punish people? No, it wasn't. So this suit was actually designed for hunters in Siberia. Why? Well, because it keeps them safe, but from what? So of course in Siberia there were a lot of these guys, bears, and back in the day when everybody used to go out hunting the bears to scram them, obviously if you're hunting a bear, it's gonna come flipping charging at you, right? So this suit was designed to keep the hunters safe. But no, they wouldn't actually be hunting the bears, but of course when they're hunting for the other animals, bears would be there, they'd hear the sounds and they'd come charging over. Now, just note, these spikes wouldn't actually kill the bears, but when the bears came charging at the people, it would basically just, give them a bit of a shot and they'd run away. Which means the hunters could hunt in peace for whatever they're getting, without harming any other animals, and without the risk of getting absolutely demolished by a bear. So yeah, make sure you share this video with someone who didn't know this, and I'll see you in the next one.
Okay, so you're telling me the same day that Bishop Emanuel gets attacked is the same day that we have protesters in Chicago stopping traffic to the airport, on the same exact day that we have protesters shutting down the Golden Gate Bridge. Coincidence?
I think not.
Yeah, it seems like this was possibly all planned. But hey, call me crazy. Call me a conspiracy theorist. You know that religion of peace is back at it. This was posted about a week ago, and then you also had this message circulating on WhatsApp talking about April 15th, and there will be worldwide blockade, major choke points in the economy, and all of this stuff, right? So again, you know, coming from a conspiracy theorist, kind of seems like everything was coordinated. But hey, this is all speculation, my personal opinion, any theory, okay? Now, I also find the timing interesting because we had the attack on Israel from Iran Saturday, and now we have this being reported that Israel has made a decision, a clear and decisive response to Iran's attack will become imminent. And this is all happening on Passover week. But hey, at least the adults are in charge. It's a different world. What? Living in complete clown world. Hey, does anybody else remember how nothing happened on April 8th and how that was not a sign of anything? Yeah, I think it's clear what this was. It was a sign of things coming, which so many of us were saying, and we got ridiculed. Oh, nothing happened. Oh, nothing happened. Even though who said something was going to happen on that day, right? We were all talking about how this was a sign of things to come, and, well, things are not disappointing.
What's up with this April 15th date? That's kind of odd that all these things starting to happen, specifically on that day.
How animals give birth.
Dude got a bonnet on his head? Since when do dudes start wearing bonnets?
Tsetse flies.
Looks painful.
Cockroaches.
Look, I'm gonna tell you right now, You ain't lived in the hood until you seen a roach walking around with one of those brown things hanging out the back of his ass. Ready to go infest somebody's crib.
Look at this, you guys. Have y'all seen this? Look at this. Knowing what we know about mountains and rocks now, right? Petrified wood. Look at this. This is apparently a temple in China, y'all. But look at that, right? Now what we know about, giants and petrified wood and the rocks and the mountains. Look at that. It's a whole being, y'all. It's a whole being. Look at the face. You got the arms. Look at the torso. The legs over here, y'all. Look at that. And what is it? I guess that's the stairs, but look how megalithic this thing is, right? And to say this probably comes alive at a certain point in time, right? Just like everything is alive on Earth. We knew giants to be real and they were being used to be manipulated in these ancient cosmic wars, but look at that, y'all. Right in our face, truth in plain sight, just like everything else. There are some things in the earth that you cannot hide, y'all, and this right here is literally one of them, y'all. Look at this big, beautiful thing right here.
I see nothing wrong here. A couple pandas sitting at the dinner table, snacking on celery.
So the question is, can animals laugh, and do they laugh for the same reasons we do? Call it creativity, call it being a neurodivergent merchant, but these are the questions keep me up at 4 a.m, so I'm gonna make it your business. So many believe that laughing was an evolutionary response to diffuse tension in a situation that could be otherwise viewed as dangerous. Like if you're play fighting with someone, laughing would be the way to tell that it's not for real. Which is actually kind of dope, because I'm pretty sure dogs do the same thing but with sneezing. Apes like chimps, gorillas, orangutans, and bonobos will all laugh in response to physical contact like tickling or wrestling. And scientists say that it communicates non-aggression, right? And it's also a form of bonding, which makes a lot of sense, because if you watch a movie twice, once by yourself and once in a group, you're scientifically more accurate to laugh around others. Rats also laugh when tickled. It's just that without special equipment to hear it, you might as well be Helen Keller to it all. An experiment found that some dolphins make their version of a laugh track while playing, and just like before, it keeps things from escalating from play to a full-blown fade, no clippers. I know I mentioned the sneeze thing, but dogs have their version of a laugh too. Not only that, but apparently playing the sound of it can reduce the anxiety of dogs in shelters. According to science, there's over 60 animals that share the gift of laughter. I just realized I didn't even think about this, but you might think they're the poster child of laughing, but nah, they make that sound when they feel threatened. You hear that, you're gonna wake up courtside watching Kobe play. Damn, I miss Kobe. It's been 4 years. Anyway, some of those 60 include seals, foxes, cows, mongooses, birds like the Kia, and even penguins. Look for yourself.
Imagine you tripping over something and falling and animals start laughing at you.
The F that bug.
Well, it was only a matter of time. That is a species of longhorn beetle. There's like 35,000 types of whatever the hell this is, but this comment says it's a chirping longhorn, so I'm gonna just go with that. Longhorn beetles are famous for two things. Number one, they do not like to be touched, which is why they usually sound like Satan's plumbing. And number two, they're incredibly dangerous. But not to us, because these beetles are one of the biggest ops a tree can have. Since their larvae feed on plant tissue, they often destroy trees from the inside. Adult longhorns will actually girdle the tree branches to turn it into a nursery for their children, which is why the Asian longhorn beetle is one of the worst invasive species in America, since their kids end up killing more wood than erectile dysfunction. In the United States, this longhorn hellspawn is a threat to a third of the urban tree species, which ends up costing us, get this, over $600 billion in damage. You might be wondering how something so destructive even ended up here in the first place. It's easy. Us. We basically Ubered them here. They were accidentally introduced to the US and Canada in 1996 through woodpacking material shipped from Asia. And the bastards have been wilding out ever since. Oh, and they can fly. Cause why the not?
Words or spells. So in this video, I'm gonna give you the original definition of the word bored. And you know how people like to say, I'm bored? You need to stop saying that. Let me show you why. Okay guys, now bored derives from this word, bored. So this is the original meaning of bored. Be tiresome or dull. So guys, every time you say I'm bored, you're actually saying I'm tired and dull. You know what tiresome means. Tiresome means that you're fatigued, that you're drained. So your subconscious mind thinks that you are drained, you're tired. And that's going to keep you in a low vibration state. So instead of saying I'm bored, when somebody asks you what you're doing, you're not really doing anything, say I'm thinking and I would like to do something. Peace, get bold, and keep rising.
Eclipses are only possible on the flat earth model, which is the true Hebrew cosmology of our universe. The sun and the moon are the exact same size, and I'm going to show you in scripture. First off, I'm going to read from Enoch, and then we're going to correlate that to Isaiah as well. As he rises, so he sets, and decreases not. It's talking about the sun. And rests not, but runs day and night, and his light is sevenfold brighter than that of the moon. But as regards to size, they are both equal. Look at that. Sun and the moon are equal in size. Which is why this is able to happen. A perfect solar eclipse. Isaiah chapter 30 verse 26. Moreover, the light of the moon shall be as the light of the sun. Alright, because the moon produces its own light. And the light of the sun shall be sevenfold as the light of 7 days. So the sun and the moon, they move around in a circuit, right? Going around and around, and eventually they line up with each other. And that's how these eclipses happen. Because they are both the same size, just like it said in Enoch chapter 72, verse 37. Now here's an accurate presentation of how they say the earth, moon, and sun are in reference to size and how far away they are from each other. If the moon was actually this big in comparison to the earth, then the shadow of the eclipse would be a lot bigger than 70 miles wide. Everyone around the world would have been able to see that eclipse and been in the path of that eclipse. But they are much smaller in regards to size than we have been told.